Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, we have to start off by talking about how is it end of July already. Honestly, it's so confusing for me because in my brain, we were just getting started in March and today we're on the last day of July. Time is truly flying by and I have absolutely no words for it. But because it's the last day of July, I wanted to share my July empties with you all. And if you're not a fan of long videos, then rejoice because I don't have as many empties as I generally do. But if I get in a chatty betty mood, then I have no guarantee for the length of this video. Now, as I said, I don't have as many empties as I generally do because July was all about trying out new skincare, hair care and makeup. So a lot of things that I could have finished for July did take a backseat as I was trying out newer stuff. Also, a little disclaimer, if you are a lover of Project Pan, there are some spoilers in here, and if you don't deal well with spoilers, then you can skip this video for a couple of weeks because my Project Pan will be coming up really soon. But with that being said, if you want to know everything that I finished up in the month of July and my mini reviews along with it, then please keep on watching. Let's start off with hair care, and as I said, I've been trying out a lot of new things. I only have one empty for you guys, and that has to be my Anomaly clarifying shampoo. Now, I do have a full review video on it, so I will link it for you guys up on the screen or in the description box, so make sure to check that out. But if you just want a mini review on this, I'm not the hugest fan. This honestly dries out my scalp and my hair a little too much, and I get it, it's a clarifying shampoo, so it's really supposed to clarify it out, but this felt almost tripping, and the only way I was able to use it is by pairing it with a more hydrating shampoo that generally makes my hair really greasy and weighs it down so it can like balance each other out. And because I've been working out really consistently, I do have really oily and sweaty scalp because of my workouts and not because my scalp is generally that way. So yeah, I finished this one out. I won't be repurchasing this. I wasn't the hugest fan and it was a very okay product. Moving on to some shower gels. The first one I finished comes from Nykaa. This is their Wanderlust Mediterranean Sea Salt Shower Gel, and if I'm being very honest, I did not find it very Mediterranean-y. The smell of this one was actually like an aftershave. I don't know why, like it wasn't my most favorite fragrance of all times, and it just was a very okay shower gel. Like it's a gel based shower gel, and if you just like something that cleanses your skin, is affordable, or maybe you can get it at a great discount, they can probably pick this one up. There's nothing too special about it. It was a very okay product. I finished another shower gel, but in not the way that it's supposed to be used. I use a lot of my shower gels, especially the older ones that I have, as hand washes because I wash my hands, I don't even know how many times a day, so I need hand washes on at every given point of time. So this is the Global Beauty Secrets Thai Lemongrass Body Cleanser. Again, the fragrance of this one, I don't smell lemongrass at all, and there's water leaking from it because I did put in a little bit of water, shook it up, and then like took all of the product out, so the water is still like in there. But anyway, coming back, I don't really smell the lemongrass in there. I don't know what's happening with fragrances these days. I've been coming across a lot of products that I'm not the hugest fan of the fragrance, and if you guys know me, you know that I absolutely love a good fragrance, and fragrance for me is a part of an experiential, especially when it's in like a shower gel. So I needed to be like on point for me to actually enjoy it, and both of these products sadly weren't the best when it comes to fragrances. This one I still just used as a body hand wash, so it doesn't really matter because I apply a hand cream on top of it. But this one I was just like, I'm just not enjoying my bath routine as much because the fragrance is very meh. Moving on to skincare now, I'll start off with some makeup removers because in my brain that's the first step of skincare. Even though if you are doing skincare in the morning, you're not gonna be ideally using a makeup remover unless you slept in your makeup, which I do all the bloody time. So I'm like the worst beauty influencer of all the freaking time. But let's start off with some makeup removers because you don't need to know if I sleep in my makeup or not. So the first makeup remover I finished off comes from the Face Shop. This is their all clear cleansing water. Basically, this was an amazing micellar water, one swipe cleansing like they generally show in all micellar water ads is what you got with this one. But I'm not too sure if this is still available or not, since Face Shop has reformulated a lot of their products, and this was probably like a discontinued range anyway, which is pretty sad because I really like this one. If you can find this one, definitely check this one out. But Face Shop does amazing cleansing waters, micellar waters and cleansing oils overall, so you can check any of those out. The second makeup remover I finished is actually a balm. This is the Estée Lauder cleansing balm. It's the Advanced Night Micro Cleansing Balm, and don't let this size fool you. I thought there's going to be so much product in here, but it's actually like not so much. Like there's a jar inside the jar which is like a double wall thing, so you don't really get a lot of product. If you're talking grams per se, this is 70 ml. It's not even grams, so 70 ml or 2.2 ounce. So there wasn't a lot of product in here anyway, and I did have some prior usage on this already before I got it into my daily nighttime routine. I like this balm, but would I spend the amount of money that this one asks for? Probably not, because you do get like really good cleansing balms which give you a lot more quantity than this is gonna give you. So yeah, it's a tough call right here. It's a tough call. I'm gonna give you a very big shock. I did not finish even one face wash in the past month. Not one, because I brought out a new face wash and it's a slightly larger bottle, and then I was trying out more face washes on top of it. So I have no face wash empties. I only have one mask empty, which is still pretty good. And this is PIXI's Glow Mud mask. I told you guys in my last empties, or maybe like the one before it, that I'm gonna get back into my masking girl era because I love clay masks like this one. Of course, yeah, AHA and BHA exfoliants are great, but the whole pampering aspect of this one, like you're taking out time to put on a mask and then you're chilling and all of that, it's just something else. So I finished this one up. I really like it. Any single time my skin felt a little congested or just bumpy, lumpy, stumpy, then I got this one out and I put it all over my face, just put on a nice movie and chilled for a bit and then removed it. It was so good. I really like this mask. I highly recommend it. And I think it also has some AHAs in there if you are into that AHA life. I'm not too sure, but yeah, this is like deep pore cleansing and clay masking and just relaxing time all in one. You guys know I love my rose waters, but it has been a hot minute since I shared a rose water empty with you all, and I finally have one for you today. This one comes from Wishcare. This is their Kannauj rose water, and I really enjoyed it. It has such a beautiful fragrance, and not like fragrance like added fragrance, but the fragrance of rose water. It's such a beautiful and calming one. My dad actually really enjoyed it. He actually took this one from me because he was like, I really enjoy using it, and ever since he's used this, I've given him a couple of other rose water, and he's like, nah, 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 not this one. Can I have this one again? So I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this one. He really enjoyed it, and if he enjoyed something, that's like the epitome of skincare likeness, because if you have a dad like mine, you would know how hard it is for them to do any kind of skincare, and for them to actually enjoy a step. Oof, that is unheard of. And he was misting this morning, evening, day. Any time that he could see this, he would be like all over his face, and he really enjoyed this one. So this one is definitely going on the repurchase list. Next up, I'm going to be talking about some serum empties, and I do have two to share with you guys. I had previous usage on both of these and they didn't really have a lot of product, so obviously that helped in me emptying them out. The first one comes from Dot & Key. Now this is a discontinued serum because they have a newer version of it, which I do like as well, so you can definitely check that one out too. But this is their ultimate spot corrector 10% niacinamide skin clearing serum. Basically, this was a liquidy, thin, lightweight serum that worked really beautifully on the skin. I really liked it because it did not foam up that much. Niacinamide serums are known to foam up. They're notorious for it, but this one did not foam up as much. Of course, if you work it in really rigorously, this will foam up as well. Just pat it into your skin. However, this is not even available, but just pat it into your skin and it gets absorbed really quickly. As I said, they do have an upgraded version of this one, and I will leave that one in the bottom section so you can check that one out as well. I really like Dot & Key serums. But the second serum I finished comes from Novology, and this is again another product I really liked. This is their Skin Barrier Protect Serum, and it has a lot of humectants in there. So it's great for right now when I'm always in the AC and my skin tends to dry up so much. Humectants are a relief for the skin because they make sure that my skin is always hydrated and protected, because I keep on spritzing it with some facial mist or just applying a nice amount of moisturizer so that the humectant has something to like stick onto and suck into. But yeah, I really like this serum. Highly recommended if you're a dry skin girly but you don't want something that's overly moisturizing in the serum step in itself. For moisturizers, again, I have two empties to share with you. Now, both of these didn't really have a lot of usage prior to me just getting them out in my daily routine, but I really enjoyed using them, and that's why they're emptied out. The first one comes from the Formula RX, and the packaging, as you can see, is red right now. This is their Hydraveil Gel Moisturizer Malaysia, and I really enjoyed using this one. It's a beautiful gel consistency that just gets absorbed into the skin so quickly, and because it's been so hot, humid and sticky in Delhi, I really did not feel like going for a full-on moisturizer, especially in the daytime. So gel moisturizers like these are great, which can still make sure your skin is hydrated and moisturized but not be heavy and sticky on the skin. The humidity levels in Delhi this year, oof, they've been so bad, and as a Delhi dry heat girl, doing this humid weather, just not up my alley. The heat was crazy, the humidity is crazy, so hopefully winters would be crazy as well because I'm a winter baby, but again, you don't need to know that about me. I really enjoyed this, and I highly recommend this if you are on the lookout for a great new gel-based moisturizer. This works, it makes sure that your skin is moisturized, and that's all that matters. But the second moisturizer I finished comes from Dot & Key again. This is their Vitamin C Plus E moisturizer, and this is their tinier size. guys. I've told you guys multiple times that I have been trying to use up my travel friendly products and my minis and all of that because they just take up a lot of space. And again, with this one, even though this is not the hugest bottle, I think this is about 15 ml or something. I'm not really sure. I can't really read it right here, but anyways, it's not the hugest packaging like when it comes to the product, but the packaging in itself will take up a lot of space. So I finished this one. I really like this moisturizer. I have previously finished a couple of these moisturizer jars, but I do have to say that once you open it up, make sure you use it up really rather quickly and not keep it for like a later usage, because this does have vitamin C. This will oxidize. It has happened to a couple of my moisturizers. So just giving you a heads up, if you are someone who only uses one moisturizer at one time and unlike me don't have like 1,000 moisturizers lying around, then you're fine, you're good to go. It's not like it's gonna oxidize overnight. It takes a nice amount of time, and with me and my trying out schedule and just skincare habits overall, sometimes I open up a product and then I completely forget about it, and then I remember it like 10 years down the line. So yeah, that's something you don't want to do with this moisturizer in particular. But I really like the fragrance as well. It feels like very, it reminds me of a toffee that I used to love as a kid. I just really, really like it. Good things comes in pairs, and we're also on a hat trick because I have 2 lip balm empties to share with you guys. I told you guys in my last video that I'm on the cusp of emptying out a lot of lip balms, and I'm still on the cusp of emptying out even more, but these 2 were the ones that got emptied the quickest. The first one that I have is this Mario Badescu Rose Lip Balm, and I completely finished this one out. Like, it is done. So I really like this one. It's a semi-liquid lip balm, and it just moisturizes your lips so nicely. I cannot tell you good enough things about this one. I know Mario Badescu as a brand is slightly in between, like it's a gray area for me, because they have some products that are so good and then others that are just like cash grabby and just mimicky. But this one is genuinely nice. I really enjoyed this lip balm so much, and I highly recommend it to all of you out there. The second one I finished is another lip balm that I really liked, and this comes from Dove. This is their Nourishing Lip Care, and this was such a good lip balm as well. I think I have reviewed all of these lip balms previously in some or other video of mine, I'm pretty sure. But if you want me to try out more lip balms and do like lip balm dedicated videos, then let me know down below. I would love to do it for you guys, because I've been trying out a lot of lip balms secretly, like behind the scenes. But yeah, even this one completely done. So it is completely finished up. I really like this one. This is the stick lip balm, so this is great if you're not into like those semi-liquid lip balms, even though I love semi-liquid. I actually love all sorts of lip balms. I would be lying if I told you guys I had a preference, because I genuinely don't. So this was a great lip balm as well. Pretty budget friendly. But the only thing I think I wasn't the hugest fan of was the fragrance. Yeah, the fragrance is something that did irk me a little, because you can taste the fragrance. Like, I don't know how to explain it in any other way other than saying you can taste the fragrance for about 5 minutes or so. But after that, that's done. So it's not like it's going to linger on throughout the day. For 5 minutes, it's going to be slightly uncomfortable and then it's gone. But it's pretty moisturizing. So if you're just looking for a great moisturizing lip balm, you can definitely check that one out. Then for the skincare category, the last product I think I have is my Rust Refresh Glycolic Acid Body Lotion. Again, a travel size product. I got this last year when I went to Raipur with Russ, and this was a great body lotion. It was very lightweight, great again for this hot and humid sticky weather that we are having right now. Now, as for the glycolic acid body lotion thing, I'm not really sure if I saw like a brightening effect or like an exfoliating effect on my body as such, because I also use other things that are exfoliating on the skin, so I'm not really sure if they're working or this is working. I should probably just use one exfoliating product at a time to really see if it makes a difference, right? But yeah, if you're just looking for like a lightweight body lotion with great ingredients and formulation, then you can definitely check this one out. Now, to finish this video off on a high note, I have to share with you guys my makeup empties. And yes, I said makeup empties and not makeup empty, because I did end up finishing 4 makeup products out in this month, and that is unheard of from me, because on most good months I'm not even able to finish out 1 makeup product. So finishing out 4 is such a huge deal. So I think I deserve a round of applause and a tap on the back, because I have done it. So let me share what all I finished off with you guys. The first one being this Colourpop times Hello Kitty Super Shock Cheek Blush, and this is in the shade Fun with Friends, and this was in my project pan back in 2022, I guess, and that's why I love project pans so much, because it brings to forefront products that you've forgotten about and probably something that you wouldn't even dream of finishing it up, and I have done that. Now, this was a beautiful, creamy, blush, and it was a beautiful shade as well. It was a pink with a lot of shimmer in there, and I wore it on days when I was just stepping out casually, like a no makeup day, where I just wanted to have like a little bit of cheek tint going on because it just gives you a little bit of life. And yeah, it took me a long while. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this took me a long while. I thought I already had pan in it and there's not a lot left, so I just wanted to use it casually here and there with other products, and that's why it took me even longer, because I wasn't wholly and solely focusing on this one but also working on other products simultaneously. But I'm so glad that this one is done. I'm so proud of this empty. It was so difficult, but it is done. It is done, done. And the second empty also comes from Colourpop, and this is their Lippie stick, and everything is just rubbed off, so you can't even read anything. But this is in the shade Lumiere, and you had to be alive for that Lumiere era, okay? This was so hard to get your hands onto because this was always sold out, but I have completely finished it up. I've also dug in there to get some product out, and whatever's left in there is something not really truly usable because it's just very clumpy now. But I finished this one up. This is my second lipstick empty of my life. The only other lipstick I've ever finished is Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk, and this is the second one. Again, I wasn't using this wholly solely by itself. I was using other products. I was focusing on other products, but what I've done now is that I always have one lippy stick out that I can just put in my bag for touch-ups whenever I'm stepping out, and that's how I'm really getting usage on these ones because they are pretty long lasting. So no matter whatever lipstick I have on, I will have one lippy stick in my bag for touch up if I'm going out. So that's how I finished this one up. Lumiere did have some usage, not a ton lot, but some usage already in there. And lipsticks again are super difficult to finish, and it's not like it's the least quantity that you get. Like, it's not a tiny amount of product in here. There was still a good amount of product. I don't know how much because, as I said, everything's rubbed off, but that is done. And now for the spoilers that I was telling you about, I was able to finish my CoverFX powder, and this shouldn't be a surprise because look at that packaging. It's a tiny packaging, but don't let it fool you because this lasted me for a good month's use. So I'm not saying this lasted me for 30 days, but this lasted me for 30 uses, which is honestly for this size insane. Like, I get it, makeup takes a while in finishing up, but this was not that big of a deal. I thought I'm going to finish it in like a week or two, and I had some prior usage, so a month's usage was insane. This is their translucent powder in the shade Light, and I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful translucent powder. It mattifies your skin down, it blurs it out without looking powdery or chalky at all. So I really like it. Even the tiny sampler size would last you for a really nice amount of time. So if you're not someone who wears makeup as much as I do, or if you don't like powder your face on the daily basis, or if you don't powder your face a lot, again, maybe it lasted me for that amount of time because I only powder my under eyes and around my mouth, and everything else I just let it be. So maybe that's why it lasted me slightly longer. If you're someone who's on the oilier side of things, this probably won't last you as long as it did on me. But yeah, I finished that one out, and then I have another empty, and this might surprise you a little bit because this is the Swiss Beauty Holographic pencil. Now, I don't think there's a lot of product in there, and then you also need to use a lot of it. I completely finished this one out. This was also in my project pan, and I had a usage goal on this one and not a finish goal. So I actually finished it up because I wanted to hit my usage goal, which is insane. It's insane. As I was saying, I don't think there's a lot of product in there, and the fact that you have to layer it slightly to get like maximum opacity out of it also led me to like completely finishing it up so quickly. I have bought this year itself, so I've not even had it for full 7 months, and I've already finished it out. Again, unheard of from me, and especially an eye pencil. Eye pencils and lip pencils take the longest time in finishing up. So I'm just glad that this one is done, and I'm also done with this video. I hope you guys enjoyed these empties, and if you did, then do not forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know what did you empty out in this month, because I love to know and be on the same page about what we're emptying out, you know, like having a conversation of sorts. But that's gonna be it from my side. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.